purchased this Aloris AXA 22, and I thought I'd do a review on it. There's not many reviews, or maybe none, on the use of it on the YouTube channels. I was kind of excited when I purchased it. The unit sells for about $250 without inserts, and I picked it up for $60. So I was really happy about the price. Pretty excited about it. This isn't a paid endorsement by Aloris or anything. I'm just a tool guy, and you can see this is an AXA 22, which sits on an AXA tool post. Now, I was pretty excited about it since it's multi-positional. So there's a cartridge here on the front, right here, that has 12 index positions. As you can see, it steps around and locks down, and those are at 15-degree intervals. So I was going, hey, that's going to be pretty cool. Just loosen the head and go. The other thing it has is, if you see here in the back, it has adjustable rake, and that is locked down by this Allen bolt in the back. There's a pin in there for positive stops, and the unit will rake for left or right cutting, or in the center for neutral. Pretty cool. So I was pretty excited about it. As you can see, it can sit on your tool post in both directions, on the side of the tool post for turning, and it can be on the other side of your tool post, the back side, for either facing and or boring. So again, really pretty excited about the whole unit. There's some things to learn about it though that I didn't anticipate, and I thought I would show some of the setup here, and we'll talk about it. When you use a insert like this, it's a negative insert, and so you end up with 6 cutting edges. It's a triangle with 3, and you can use both sides. And this unit will take a TNMG, which is a negative, a TNMP, which is a 5-degree positive on the cutting tip here, or a TNMS, which is a 15-degree positive. Kind of searched eBay looking for positive inserts, and that was, they're very expensive. They're talking about $100 an insert. So didn't end up purchasing that. I had quite a few inserts of this size, and you can have either the 332 nose radius, or you can use the 331, which is a much smaller radius. But I was having a real problem with getting any kind of finishes, and it was really the insert that was the issue. So I picked up a set of inserts that are actually for stainless steel, and it's doing a pretty good job. So let me get it set up in the holder, and we'll talk about the various positions, and then we'll do some turning with it. Currently I have the rake set for turning towards the chuck. And if this is my tool that I use for setting my height on tooling, which is great because you can really reach anywhere. And so you can see right there, I have the nose of the tool on center. Great. Well, if you, with the rake set to one side, as you move this tip of the tool, you're going to change the tool height. And let me demonstrate. Come on, get in there, wrench. So if I move it over to a center position, come on. You can see now that the tip of the tool is now above center. This is below, and hopefully you can see that. So you'd end up having to adjust the height of the cartridge on the tool post. And if I move it further to the other side, then it's of course way off. So that's an interesting feature on here, that you have the adjustability, but it's not just a one-shot adjust. You can see really how much higher the insert is now than the tool center for the height. So, of course, my novice immediate thought when I was purchasing this, I was going like, hey, this is cool. I can just take and move the head anywhere I want and go any direction, which is true, but you're going to continually change the height of the cartridge itself to get back on center, which, you know, it's not the worst thing in the world you have to do, but you really, each time you pick up the tool to use it on the machine, you'd have to come over and just double check what did you have it set at last to see if you're on center or not. With that, so let's see, with that said, you know, you can have it set this way for facing. You could do contouring with the unit also, dive in, go left, go right on a neutral position, and you can go the opposite direction on turning and changing the rake angle. So let me put it in the proper position, and we'll do a couple passes with it and talk about it some more. Okay, it's just getting ready to do some turning here, and this insert is actually just a tad high right there. If I let me adjust it for a second. If I move it over one more step, it's just a tad high still. Why is it a tad high? Well, part of the reason is the insert I have in there. The insert is basically a thick insert like this guy, and that is, right now the tool post is sitting down on my compound. It won't go down any further. I can adjust this all I want, it doesn't matter, it's hitting. Solutions: put a shim under the tool post, or go ahead and grind the bottom of this cartridge off and change my tool heights. We're going to get by for it right now. So a standard 332 is not as thick as what these inserts are. With that insert, then I'd actually attain the proper height. So we're going to run these. The other thing I wanted to show, and I don't know if the camera will focus or not, is a positive insert. You can see just the very tip of that insert kicks up. That's a positive insert. Your standard negative insert is just straight. The tool is what brings the tip into play. The other thing here, again, I don't know if it'll show, is the radius on the end of those inserts. One's a 332 and one's a 331, and that's the radius itself there. Okay, so let me get this set up and we'll do some turning. Now, one thing I forgot to mention is to replace the inserts. There's an Allen head here, a post, and as you unscrew this post, it allows the insert to be removed. When you tighten it back down, it actually pulls the insert down and it pulls it back into the head. Okay, so let's give this insert a shot here. start off with a 20 thousandths per side. A little bit of a heavy touch off there. So we'll go 40 deep. Liking that finish, a little rough on that feed. Let's try a little deeper. See, the finer feed was good. Got some hot chips off of there. Let me flip the insert and try one of the other inserts. You can see build up there actually on the tip of the insert. This is a mystery metal. I really don't know what it is, to be honest with you. Let's change that insert. Now we're going to try the positive insert that I showed with the 331. So it's got it has the smaller radius on the nose. Let's double check the height on it. And it's a little low. As you can see, the thinner tip. There we go. We're going to try the same feed. I don't think it's going to like this feed. Let's try let's touch off first. So just for fun, we'll take 20 thousandths, which is 10 thousandths a side. Much rougher, and I think it could be due to the feed, so let's try another 20, and we're going to slow the feed down. RPM up just a little bit. Same thing. It's really all about the insert, to be honest with you. So let's change that insert out. And people that have more knowledge on this, they want to leave some information in the doobly-doo. Looks like this is a good edge on this unit here. Now, I don't know what the grade of these inserts are that we're testing right here, to be honest with you. Okay, we got it down. Again, we'll touch off. Nope. Again, we gotta check the height. This should be relatively close. Same size insert. Yep, looks good. We'll continue on that cut that we were at. Now we'll touch off again. Take another 20, 10 per side, and 24. Let it go into the bigger cut. Looks like it's liking that better. We'll go into the next higher cut. And the next higher cut. Now you can see some tool pressure there. Doggone it. Let's take another 40 to clean that up. That's not bad. Kind of rough. Let's try a little higher RPM. It's almost 900 RPM. Not a bad finish at all. So let's try that same insert and let's go. Well, it didn't like the heavy cut. And we saw that, so there's no reason to attempt that. Let's go to a neutral setting on the unit. So I've got the tool in the center, and now I'm going to change the rake and put the rake at a neutral. Okay, at a neutral setting. Going to do some hand feeding here. chamfer cut. Real nice tool for getting in there and drawing out a bottom like that. Nice finish down in there. And then just for the heck of it, while we're at it, let's check it at facing. We'll leave it in the neutral position. Neutral position, and we're going to check the height again, just to make sure. Shouldn't have really changed, and no, it didn't. It's still on. Would be I'm going to go 30 thou. So all in all, a lot to learn on this tool. See what a chamfer looks like on it. Well, we're going to stop there. No expert on this tool. Got a lot to learn. And of course, the unit could be flipped over to over here. And at that point, if I had a piece of tubing here, I could be boring on the inside there. It's an interesting tool. Of course, I could have had it turned sideways here and been facing the same way. It could be turning into the front of the tool there also. Let's try that just for the fun of it. A lot of things for me to learn on the use of this tool. So we know the height's good. Put her on center. Whoop, I wrote my lights because I'm back here too long. Okay, fire the blade back up. That direction also. Pretty interesting. Or do a chamfer. Okay, let's see. Nope. heard some high squealing there. I don't know if you heard the high squealing. Okay, just learned something there. Of course, there's no clearance. The tool doesn't overhang on the side. So you really can't feed like that. I was hearing a little squealing there, and I think it was hitting the nose. Okay, well, we're going to call it quits there. I hope you enjoyed this review of this tool. Lots of possibilities. It's going to take getting the right inserts for the material that you're turning, and then working out different possibilities through practice and experience. So as I said, I was pretty excited about getting this tool. I was a little dismayed when I saw how many times I'd have to change the tooling and the function of it. But as I just showed you here, there's lots and lots of possibilities. So I think it's going to be a great tool to have for when those possibilities arrive. Again, thanks for stopping by the channel. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you learned something. I'm always out to learn, so anybody wants to leave some messages in the comments, please. We read the comments and we learn from the comments. Thanks again, and subscribe and hit the bell. Take care.